Hi, this is Treff LaPlante with WorkXpress. I'm excited to show you a little bit about our new CRM tool today. Before we get started, this is our website, and down here at the bottom of our website is a blog area, and I wanted to show you a blog written by Noah Coburn, who is a member of our team here, and Noah built this CRM application. Noah is not a programmer, so everything that you're about to see, Noah talks about here and was built without writing a single line of code. So I encourage you to take a look at that on our website. Also, up here in the applications area of our website, it talks about a bunch of different types of applications that have been built on the WorkXpress platform without programming. So there's a CRM section down here if you're interested, and there's screenshots from a variety of different types of CRM systems, including things that generate quotes automatically and tie back to inventory and do all sorts of great things that you might need for your business. So having said that, why don't I get started? I've already logged into Noah's CRM application. Now it's brand new. It doesn't have a lot of data. It's got some sample data, and it has some goofy data. So you'll just have to kind of bear with us on that. But you can see there's a home page here with a calendar of events, and tasks will populate in there, and you can set filters to show what sorts of things you want to see in your calendar, including upcoming events and current tasks, emails, calls, etc. Down here you can set your user preferences, but it's a pretty basic, simple sort of introductory screen. You can track and manage leads with this CRM tool. So anything you might want to know typically in a lead situation, but also the ability as you advance those leads to convert them over to accounts. And then of course as you need to log calls or send emails, you can do all that right from this screen. So a tool to work quickly through a long list of leads and try to manage them further along in the sales cycle process. At some point, hopefully leads turn into opportunities, and so we need to be able to track and manage each of those opportunities, but also we need the ability to transfer those opportunities, and that tool's right here. So you can see some relevant information about description, conversion percent, and amount. And the important thing to remember here about WorkXpress is that everything is highly customizable, and I'll show you that in a second. So if you don't like the columns or the fields, or you want radically new and different functionality, that's all available to you, and I'm going to show you that a little bit in a second. So this is a list of accounts, and again some basic information about those accounts, lists of contacts, and key information about those contacts. Similarly, marketing campaigns, which we want to ultimately track the opportunities against those campaigns because we want to know the value of those campaigns. And something interesting that Noah chose to do here that I don't know if it's very common, but he chose to allow campaigns to roll up. It's something that we've encountered here fairly often, and we thought it's something that you might like. So in WorkXpress you can easily build trees of related items, and Noah felt that you might have sort of an umbrella campaign, if you will, that underneath it had many component campaigns, and he wanted you to have the ability to roll those things up. And so over the course of a 2 to 3 week period when he was building this application, he added that functionality for you. Of course, the ability to track and manage tasks is important. WorkXpress tracks a wide range of tasks. So you can see Noah built this to track just a straight concept of a task, a call, notes about anything really, your contact or your opportunity or your account. You can see the type is here. And then finally he has some indication of setting up events. So for example, if I wanted to add a task, I'd come over here and Noah set up each of the 4 types of tasks that he felt were important in this introductory CRM tool right here. So if I wanted to add an event, I'd click that link and it would pop that up on my screen. You could see I could type in information about the event, and I guess over here on this tab I would probably want to invite people to my event. I can invite users of the system, so more than likely fellow employees in the company, or I can invite lists of contacts, lists of leads or contacts. So finally, the ability to track and manage documents, Noah felt was important. So it looks like he decided to display some images here. WorkXpress has a lot of image display capability, so if you've got an image-rich need or application, this is a great tool to do that with. Some of the sorts of things that some of our other customers have asked for, quote generation, having templated content that you define and your users define over time, but they can quickly insert that content into a quote or into an email and have it be database driven and dynamic is important. Also attractively formatted documents, so the ability to produce documents, export them as Word or PDFs, make sure they have headers and footers and are properly paginated, maybe watermarks are very nice. The ability to create workflow. If your sales team is doing different things and that should trigger events, follow-ups that's important that you want them to work through, you would very easily configure and set up some of that stuff in WorkXpress. So there's plenty of videos on our website that talk about the WorkXpress tools, but I just want to jump right into something like, for example, an account here and illustrate. I'll jump into WorkXpress since it looks like it has some data here. And I'm going to turn the tools on and just give you a quick peek at how this all works. So here's an account homepage, and you can see there's some generic information about the account. There's also some additional information about the account that Noah chose to put in an alternate tab, so things like industry and SIC code and whatever. And then you can see here he created a link that calls out to Google Maps, and it presumably shows a map of that location, and we see that is here, the map of the general area. So then down here Noah put essentially what we might consider some basic workflow. So who the contacts associated with are, but really the workflow is more about open activities, activity history, any current opportunities that are associated with this account, any partners, and then finally any documents. And you can see at each point Noah put buttons over here to add new things that we can launch at any time, and it'll pop up a menu here. So add an existing document, link to an existing document, or add a new document. But I'm going to turn the tools on really quick just to show you the point. And as soon as I do, you can see these building blocks appear all over the screen. This is the neat thing about WorkXpress, is we can go in and alter the properties of any of these building blocks very easily. And also, at any point in time, if you wanted to customize it, you could add new things. So for example, let's say you want an address field in this column for whatever reason. You could just drag it and drop it there and continue to build out your application accordingly. So this was intended just to be a quick tour of the WorkXpress CRM tool, and I thank you for taking the time to watch. And as always, you can contact us at sales@workexpress.com or go to www.workexpress.com. Thank you.